Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. This is box break number two. I've actually, this is box break number two. Welcome back, everyone. Bowman Mega Box 2020. I just received this a couple days ago. I've actually opened up well over 300, 500 boxes over time. I just decided to start posting a few videos because it seemed kind of cool. But this is the Bowman Mega Box upgrade. Our Bowman Mega Box 2020. It's got 4 10-card packs, 2 exclusive 5-card Chrome packs. Now, I looked these, I've been watching these for quite a while, and I was kind of impressed with some of the rookies in here, some of the cards. I've actually have a few Bowman rookies on the way now that I bought. Bobby Witt Jr. of course, is one of the hottest names out there. I've actually have a few of his cards on the way, um, coming soon. I think it was 25 or 30 card lot that I purchased. So let's crack this open again. We'll be putting everything in the sleeves and in the card saver ones. I used to use top loaders, but I like the card saver ones for whatever reason. Getting kind of pricey these days, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I posted a picture of a 1990 score box. Got a couple of comments about that. Looking mainly for the Bo Jackson. I've got several of them myself. Sold a few, have a few on hand. Have sent a couple in to get graded. They came back 8.5 to 9, 9.5. Keeping a couple of those for my personal collection. Bo Jackson is one of my favorite players, so one of the greatest two-sport athletes ever, probably one of the best athletes ever. For whatever reason now, people are just catching on, and his cards are like skyrocketing in value. Everything has like doubled and tripled in value over the past 6 months, I would say, with Bo Jackson. So pretty hard to get a hold of him these days. But here are the packs. And again, this is 2020 Bowman Mega Box. I believe they sell these at Target. I haven't gone to check yet. With everything going on, I haven't been going to the store very much. I usually have things delivered here. But nonetheless, if I get a chance to go, I'll definitely go check for these at Target. See what they have. Let's see right away. We've got our 4 packs of 10 cards. Regular Bowman 10-card packs. It looks like Bo Bichette on the front, along, and maybe that's Cody Bellinger or Alex Fiducci, but it looks like Bo Bichette, up and coming. I love Bo Bichette. I got tons of his cards. Again, Sports Cards Austin's where you can find us. I've got several Bo Bichette rookies for sale. I've got one ending soon on auction, graded GMA 10. I have a few hundred of them actually available. Here are the packs that I'm interested in, really. The exclusive Chrome packs. Now, Ronald Acuna Jr., I believe, is in this box. Looking over boxes going forward, I believe there's a Ronald Acuna Jr. in here that was actually a pretty nice card. We'll save those for a little bit later. And here we go with our first pack of 2020 Bowman. Hopefully, again, we get some good cards out of this. I do have some Nico, I don't know how to say his name, Hornier for the Cubs. I just sent several of his cards into SGC for grading. I've got several more rookies of him on hand. So we'll see how those go. First pack. Who did we get in the first pack? Let's move things around here. Yeah, not bad. Tim Anderson. Chicago White Sox. Speedy. Pretty decent shortstop. Several of his cards. Actually, on MLB The Show, he's really fast. I like using him for MLB The Show for steals, whatnot. One of my favorite players on MLB The Show, though, D. Gordon, is real super fast in that game. Billy Hamilton for steals. But one of my favorite players, believe it or not, Trevor Story, is a home run king on that. I have MLB The Show 18. I haven't bought 20 yet. I'm still trying to finish up 18. Trevor Story is just home run king on that game for me, for whatever reason. Here's the Tim Anderson. Nice card. Regular Bowman. I need the... There we go. So that's a nice card. Again. Next up is Whit Merrifield. Second base, Kansas City Royals. Nice card. He's actually a pretty good player. I like this. I like Whit. He is a base hit machine for the Royals. Hopefully he does decent in this 60-game season we're about to have here. Here's the Whit Merrifield. Pretty good player for Kansas City. He's actually one of the best players. I like Whit Merrifield. He's a pretty good player. Trying to see where he's from here. He's actually from South Carolina. Pretty decent card. No big hits yet. Here we go. Here is our first. We've got a Alex Thomas. This is a glossy. This is a nice card. This is glossy. Alex Thomas from the Diamondbacks. This is a very nice card. I don't know I got to look at the updated rosters. I'm not sure that he is actually going to be in the player pool for the 60-game season or not. I haven't seen his name. We'll have to take a look and see if he's actually in the player pool for them or not. The schedules were released yesterday. I haven't. I've looked at a few of them, but I haven't. I think it's interesting that the Nationals and Astros are going to play. But anyway, can't wait for the Rangers and Astros. Too bad I won't be able to go to the new Ranger Stadium to see them play due to no fans being allowed. But that'd be really cool. I love going to the Astros Rangers rivalry games. Been to several. Anyway, next we have Colton Welker. Again, another player. I'm not sure if he's in the player pool or not, and I can look that up here in a few minutes. Nice card. It's a pretty nice card. Bowman usually does a pretty good job getting out some nice cards. I've usually had some pretty good success with Bowman in the past, so usually some pretty good cards, good players. I like the feel of the cards, and they usually sell pretty well. And I just like Bowman. I've liked them for a while. Here we have Estevan Florial. I believe he is from Dominican Republic. Good card. Yankees prospect. My guess is a lot of these guys won't be in the player pool right now. They may put them in the player pool just to get them out and get some spring training in, because there's no minor league season. A lot of these guys may actually go into the player pool and then get cut as the player pool gets trimmed down, but we'll have to see. This is a very nice card here. Really nice card. San Diego Padres. This is a Bowman Chrome prospect. This is Mackenzie Gore. Really nice card. This is a good card to get graded here. This is again, I like getting my cards graded. I like GMA. Again, for those of you who saw the first video, they do a fair job. It's $3.50 a card. If I send 100 cards in, it's a lot cheaper than paying $2,000 for 100 cards to SGC or BGS. I do send to those companies in smaller amounts, but this sending to GMA. A lot of these cards I keep for my personal collection, so I just want to get them encased. I like using the card saver ones. Most of the cards I pull from the packs go straight into a card saver one. So Anyway, here is Mackenzie Gore, and he's for the Padres. Padres might, 2 or 3 years from now, they've been. Of course, everybody's been saying that about the Padres. Actually, being in the 60-game season with Fernando Tatis Jr. and a few other players, the Padres, could potentially make a run at the wild card in the 60-game season. I mean, all they have to do is get hot for 2 or 3 weeks, and they'll be sitting in a good position for a wild card. I mean, it very well could happen this year. I can't wait to get started. Next, we have Eric Pardinho for the Toronto Blue Jays. Being a left-handed pitcher, being young, he may be in the player pool for the first 60 players just to get some game time, practice time, again, due to no minor league season. So, being a left-handed pitcher, he may actually see some action. Okay. Next, we have Alex Young, left-handed pitcher, going to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And they have an interesting team as well. Nice card of Alex. Next is a guy that I really like a lot. I haven't seen him in person yet, and didn't make it out to Round Rock last year to see him. Didn't make it out to Arlington or Houston when they were in Houston to see him. But I did follow him on TV. I watch most of the Rangers games or Astros games whenever they're on, if I have access to it. But this is a really up-and-coming star. I think he's going to be a very good player. That's Nick Solak. Anybody who knows the Rangers knows he's one of their top prospects. He's a really good player. Don't think he wouldn't have been Round Rock anyways. Would have been a different organization, because Round Rock is now the Astros, of course. But Nick Solak's an interesting player. This one I'm actually going to get graded, I believe. I like him a lot. I think he's got a bright future. Anyway, next card, last card, first pack. We have Mauricio Dubon, San Francisco Giants, second base, which I wonder if that's going to push out Joe Panic, but we'll see what happens. There's Mauricio. Nice card. Alright, let's go on to the second pack. Moving on, let's see what we have. Already I can see somebody good on the bottom. First card, decent. Really, really good player. Like the card. Christian Yelich, Milwaukee Brewers. Marlins, I guess, couldn't afford him. They can't really afford many people these days. But Christian Yelich, that's a great card. MVP. Might win the MVP this year when they get going, but we'll see. Moving on, here's a nice card. Damon Laureano for the A's. I've seen a few games with him. He's a pretty good player. A's have an eye for talent. They always have competitive teams playing the Billy Bean ball, but nice player. Here's a really good player that I like. He's going to be up-and-coming star soon. Carl Yastrzemski's grandson, and that is Mike Yastrzemski. I think he's going to be a pretty good ball player when all's said and done. There's Mike, good player. It's going to be that's a good card. I like Mike. I've seen him play several times. Here is Keibert Ruiz for the Dodgers, and my guess is him being a catcher, no Grandal, he could actually make the roster this year for the Dodgers out of training. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to work, but no, it's Monty Gonzalez off to I believe it's the White Sox. But it should be interesting. He was with the Brewers. I think he's with the White Sox now, if I remember. But this is a really decent card, actually. This is a really good card. I don't know what this marker thing is. A piece of. Okay. So here is Keibert Ruiz, possibly the future catcher for Dodgers. There he is. Next up, we have Minnesota Twins. Keone Cavaco, shortstop. I believe the Twins, Jonathan Scope was with the Twins. I'm not sure if he still is. Of course, they still got Marwin Gonzalez, good player, utility man. I like Marwin. But here is Keone Cavaco. We'll see how he progresses. Next up, Rangers. Haven't heard much about this guy, Josh Jung. Third base. Could potentially make the roster. I mean, we need a third baseman. Adrian Beltre retired, of course, and we tried to go with this Triple Cabrera, who, for whatever reason, they let go, and then he ended up with the Nationals and winning a World Series title. So, Triple Cabrera is a decent player. Don't get me wrong; he's had a decent career. But here's Josh Jung. Anybody is interested in Josh? There he is. Next, we have a Bowman Chrome. Eleris Montero for the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals always have some great prospects. He's at third base. Cardinals are, they do it right. They know how to bring players up in the minors into the majors, and they always seem to have a good team. And I don't think this year is going to be any different, even with a short season. They still got Adam Wainwright. So never count the Cardinals out. There's Montero. Good card. Next up, we have Nationals pitcher. Don't think he's going to make the roster. More than likely, he was probably going to be AA or AAA or short season. With the Nationals being stacked, it's going to be pretty tough to crack their rotation or their bullpen. And we've got Mason Danberg. So keep an eye on Mason down the road for the Nationals. Next up, we got another San Diego Padre, Michael Baez, rookie card. We'll see how Michael does this year. Again, Padres have some decent young talent. Just a matter of putting it all together on the field. See how they do things. There's Michael. Next up, we have Travis Demeritte from the Detroit Tigers. He's an outfield. Now, they do have Nico Goodwin out there, speedster. Tigers are interesting. I don't know. Gal Cabrera's getting older. They lost Victor Martinez. They've got Matt Boyd. They've got, I don't know. It just seems like the Tigers every year seem like they're going to have a decent team, and then they lose 100 games. So we'll see what happens. Last few years haven't been kind of doing anyway. Miguel Cabrera, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I like the Tigers a little bit. They trade me. Cody Clemens is on that team. We'll see if he makes the team out of training or not. That'd be pretty cool, being a former Longhorn. Roger Clemens kid. Seen him play before. I actually saw him in Omaha. When Texas was in Omaha and they lost to Arkansas, I was at that game. So that was pretty cool. Next pack. Pretty good player, up and coming, Willie Adames. He is Tampa Bay. Willie Adames, good player. Really, really good player for Tampa Bay. Hope they can keep him for a while.
And that hour goes quick.
There's Willie. And now we're getting to the good stuff. we have decent. May have to get some more top cards ever ones out here in a minute. Here's a former MVP, Chris Bryant. Nice card. Nice card of Chris. Let's see where that goes. Cubs ought to be interesting.
Okay, I'm about to start a conference call.
Next up, we have Jordan Balazovic. First Bowman card for Jordan out of Minnesota. It would be interesting. Interesting player, Jordan. We'll see what happens with him. Next, we have Brennan Davis from the Cubs. We'll see how he does. I'm not quite sure if he'll make the roster or not with Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber might be DH on lots this year, something tells me. Here's Brennan. Nice card. Nice card. Next, we have Evan White for the Seattle Mariners. First Mariners card of the day. First base. Mariners are going to have an interesting team. We'll see how they fare. Next up, we have a Bowman Chrome. A couple of Bowman Chromes coming. Here's Colton Welker again. We had him a while ago. Bowman Chrome, Colorado Rockies. Could potentially be at first base. Seeing Desmond's not playing, he could be your starting first baseman for the Rockies this year. We'll see. Grab another pack of the cards pin sleeves. Ran out of that pack. Get that real quick. Again, Ultra Pro undercard packs. Go. I'm gonna also probably need another Card Saver 1 pack, which I had to do yesterday as well. Here is Oscar Gonzalez, Cleveland Indians, first Bowman card, Bowman Chrome. That's a really nice card. That's a really, really nice card. I like this card a lot. This one's gonna be great. More than Michael. Oscar. And then we have John Means from the Orioles. Orioles, I don't know what to say about the Orioles. They're just, it's the Orioles. You're in and you're out. You think they're going to have a good team. They never do. And here is Means. Next up is the Seattle DH probably this year. I don't think he's going to play first base much. Primarily it'll probably be a DH this year. Dan Vogelbach. I've seen Dan Vogelbach back in the day in AAA. Great big guy. No wonder he hits a lot of home runs. I mean, he is huge. Dan Vogelbach. And I'm going to open up another Card Saver 1 box real quick for you guys, because you can see it on the screen, actually have Bryce Harper on deck. Bryce, well, I don't know why he left Washington, but he did. Could have won a championship with him, went to the Phillies. I don't know. Bryce is okay. He's a good player. I don't know that he's a pretty good player. He's up there for me, I guess. Not my favorite player, but up there. A lot of people like Bryce. There he is. I'd imagine that's probably a couple bucks. $1.50. Off to the last regular pack. And then we have our 2 chrome packs. Let's continue. Ooh, here's a good player. Speedster. Arizona Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte. And that is a nice card. Marte is... Diamondbacks have some good players. I don't know. They'll be a pretty decent team this year, I guess. They'll be in contention for the wild card, I believe. Marte actually hit 32 bombs last year. That's impressive for him. Next card up is Sean Murphy. Don't know much about Sean. I know it's a glossy card, but Sean Murphy's next. And catcher, so I guess he'll give Josh Fegley a run, catcher, this year. He played 41 games last year. He actually had 11 bombs, 31 RBI, so not bad, dude. I think he's going to get some playing time. Next we have Brewster Brewstar Grotero. That he's from the Dominican Republic or something. We'll see. He's got to see where he's from real quick. Venezuela. Venezuela's, Altuve. Got some decent players come out of Venezuela. Another glossy. This is Ryan Rollison, left-hander, Colorado Rockies. Not quite sure. He might make it this year. Might be a year off. Rockies are going to have an interesting team. Again, another team that could put together a wild card run. Here is Josiah Gray from the Dodgers. Pitcher from New York. Interesting. I don't think he'll be. If he makes the team in Dodgers, he'll be out of the bullpen, I believe. Dodgers are pretty loaded pitching wise. But they did lose David Price this year, so who opted not to play. So I don't know. We'll see. Next we have Marco Luciano. He is a shortstop for the Orioles. I think he'll make the team. They got Jonathan Villar, but he's at second, so we'll see. Renato Nunez, I believe is their shortstop. I don't know. I think Luciano has a shot this year. We'll see how that goes. Next we have our Bowman Chrome, and it's Julio Rodriguez from the Mariners. I would not be surprised if Julio is on the roster this year for the Mariners as a 4th outfielder, possibly. All the players opting out, players taking their time this year. A lot of these younger prospects are going to get a good look. We'll see how that goes. Next up is Hunter Green, pitcher for the Reds. And again, Hunter may be. I could see him coming out of the bullpen this year for the Reds. 3-0 last year, 95 Ks, 4.95 ERA. He could be a 5th starter maybe, or a long reliever out of the bullpen for the Reds this year. Okay. Next we have a pretty decent player. Good power. 26 home runs. Hunter Dozier. Kansas City. Kansas City's got Jorge Soler. They got Hunter Dozier. We'll see what happens this year. They got Salvador Perez back. From injury. There's Hunter Dozier. And the last card of the regular packs. As we're losing stuff on the floor here. Stuff over. Last card. Oh, sorry. 1 second. That is Trevor Story, who we were talking about a little while ago. This guy, pretty good player. Pretty good player. 35 home runs last year for Trevor Story. He is I don't know, he's got to be 85, 86 rating on MLB The Show. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the 2020, but there's Trevor, really good player for the Rockies. So there you have it. Now we're going to move on to our 5 exclusive Chrome packs. And this is where the fun might start, folks. This is where the fun might start. And right away, there it is, refractor. So, cat's meowing. Look at these cards. Wow. Are these refractors? No, these aren't refractors. Anyway. Tarek Skubal for the Detroit Tigers. My guess is he could make the roster. Maybe again, fifth starter. Detroit needs all the help they can get. Pretty good card. Look at that. Look at the way. Look at the way it's showing. These are nice cards. Next up, Red Sox. Bowman Chrome. Jaron Duran. I don't know. Does he push Jackie Bradley Jr. along? He could. There's Jaron Duran. He could. We'll see. Red Sox are loaded. No Mookie Betts, so he might actually have a chance. Look what we have here, folks. Holy goodness. Good night. We have an autograph, folks. We have an autograph. Wow, nice card. It's Bowman Chrome. This is getting graded for sure. Beautiful. Corners look good. The card looks good. The Atlanta Braves pitcher. That is a nice card, folks. There you go. Finally, Braden Shoemake, shortstop, of course. Look at that. Brandon Shoemake. What a card. That's a nice card. I don't know. We got Dansby Swanson already at short. So, does he make the team as a utility player? 3 home runs, 40 RBIs in 65 games. But again, Dansby was injured last year, so this is a good card. Really good card right there. That's the best. Hey, that makes the box for me. And we still got one more pack to go, so this is awesome. Next pack is next guy is Riley Green, another Tigers player, another outfielder. Boy, the Tigers love outfielders. I don't know why. It's the 3rd Tigers outfielder I've pulled. So we'll see again how they fare. Next card is the last card of the pack. Nick Bennett for the Milwaukee Brewers. Nick Bennett. Nick. Left-handed pitcher for the Brewers. He could make it this year. We'll see. I don't, again, 60 games. I think you're going to need every player who's available. some of these teams look. Last pack. Joey Cantillo for the Padres again. This is the third left-handed pitcher for the Padres come across. He's from Hawaii. Third left-handed pitcher from the Padres I've come across so far. This, well, I guess they like their left-handers. They got Matt Strahm also on the roster. Nice card. Next up we have, oh baby, the next card. Look what you can see on the screen already. We'll talk about him in a minute. Wilfred Astudillo, New York Mets catcher. Could possibly with Travis d'Arnaud. I'm not sure. The Mets have two catchers already. He may. It's possible. But here's the card of the box, probably, other than the autograph right here. This card is, I'm going to look this guy up. This is getting graded for sure. This is Monstrosier's card, right? Monstrosier's card here. This card is unbelievable. I think this one is staying with me for right now. I don't think it's going anywhere from my collection for a while. This one is actually staying with me. I don't know for how long, but this is the card. Rookie of the Year favorites, Yordan Alvarez. Since the Astros are my first team, my favorite team. Even before all the scandals, I've followed the Astros since I was in the 80s. So Yordan Alvarez. This, I'm looking that guy up right away. That's a good card. Next card, and we have one more to go. Next card is Antonio Cabello for the Yankees outfield. Yankees outfield's crowded. Judge, Brett Gardner, Austin Hicks. Austin Hicks is decent. Gets injured too much. We'll see. This guy could be on the bench. Maybe a fourth outfielder. Maybe a fifth outfielder. Who knows? Might get some playing time. 56 games last year when he got called up. Not bad. Another left-handed pitcher. Last card of the box. Aaron Ashby. Now, I'm curious to know. I'm going to have to look him up. I'm curious to know. Time frame fits. Does anybody know? I'll have to look this up. Is this Andy Ashby's kid? Used to pitch for the, well, he pitched for several teams, Phillies, Padres back in the day. But is this Andy Ashby's kid? Does anybody know? I'm going to look this up. Aaron Ashby, left-hander. Boy, this box is filled with left-handed pitchers. There you have it. There is our 2020 mega box. Pretty good box. Pulled an auto. Pulled a pretty good Rookie of the Year favorite, Yordan Alvarez, which was pretty amazing. So there you have it, folks. Next box. I don't know. I'm going to do a video for the whole box, but I may do a video for some of the packs. I've taken a picture of it earlier. Here's the box. 90 score. It's already got my man on front, Bo. Got Santiago and Jerome Walton on the side. Jerome Walton had like a 35-game hitting streak in his rookie year. Santiago was a pretty decent catcher. had an okay career. I think he could have been a lot better than he was. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer, and Frank Sweet Music Viola, who I actually met Frank Viola at a Round Rock Express game. He was on, I forgot what team, the Mets. And as coach about 2 years ago, got his autograph. Pretty cool dude. Got a few of his rookie cards I'm about to send in to be graded, tops. So yeah, Frank Viola, pretty good pitcher. I think it was him. I'll have to look that up too. I think it was him and Ron Darling possibly who had the duel when Ron Darling was Yale. Pitched 12 innings to a 12-inning shutout in college. We'll have to look that up. Anyway, that concludes today's box break for the 2020 Mega Box Bowman Chrome. Again, Sports Cards Austin, Sports JP on Twitter. Looks up. And everybody have a good day out there.